love bad movies, okay? I seriously cannot get enough of high quality garbage. And I'm not talking terrible blockbusters like Madam Web or The Rise of Skywalker. No. I'm talking about the real garbage that you can find residing in the darkest depths of Tubi. Movies that scream true filmmaking incompetence to a magnificent degree. And more often than not, these movies are so endearing because it feels like the people making them legitimately love what they're doing. You don't get that from bad studio films. The unbridled creativity and passion that can be found in a terrible Tubi exclusive that only 37 people have logged on Letterboxd is a legitimately magical, indescribable feeling. And that is precisely why I love Ed Wood so much. This movie gets it. It's a stunningly empathetic and moving portrait of a guy famous for creating some of the worst and most despised films of all time. But it perfectly captures that tremendous spark that the real Wood must have had making these. It comes across not only in Burton's snappy and tight direction that feels entirely unlike anything else he's made. Like seriously, I didn't know he had this kind of movie in him. But it also comes across in Johnny Depp's energetic and immensely likable performance as a man who's just so excited to be making art, regardless of his lack of technical know-how. I was a little disappointed that it didn't paint a fuller portrait of the production of these movies and show us all the technical goofs and problems that apparently exist in the final products. But by the ending, I started to really appreciate that. This isn't about how others perceive Wood and his work. It's about his perspective. The movie ends on the highest point in his life and career because it wants to draw focus to his ingenuity and spirit. And for a 90s movie, it's also pretty progressive in regards to Wood being a transvestite. I didn't even know that about him going in. I thought he was just making up a story at the beginning of the movie to get a job. But no, it's a true fact about him, and the movie treats him with a lot of dignity and respect for it. Obviously, his first girlfriend doesn't like that, but then he finds someone who does. And I really love that scene where he feels the need to tell her before their relationship moves forward. It's a very moving and empathetic moment in a whole sea of them in this movie. Which reminds me, I can't believe I've gone this long without even mentioning Martin Landau's performance as Bela Lugosi. He's tremendous, almost stealing the show from everyone and everything else in this film. He embodies the guy who played Dracula so flawlessly, and there's too many gut-wrenching and heartbreaking scenes with him to count in this film. I was moved to tears multiple times watching it, and I think the moment that really got me was a line someone else gave about his cape. Seeing this sad old man reflect on his faded career and find new purpose in his friendship with Wood was tremendous. To this day, this is the only performance Tim Burton ever directed to win an Oscar, and that's just perfect to me. Depp definitely should have been nominated for Best Actor as well, but this was kind of a stacked year for film. I don't know if you knew that, but a lot of extremely good movies came out in the year 1994. And this one truly deserves to stand alongside the greats from that year. It's a wonderful and deceptively powerful film. Probably one of the best biopics I've ever seen. It's funny, it's moving, it's shot incredibly well. Everyone's performance is great. Sarah Jessica Parker kind of took me out of it a bit because she doesn't really have 1950s face like the rest of the actors in this movie. I don't know, am I crazy or does she just not look like someone who belongs in this time period, like everyone else in the cast does? Oh well, that's a me problem. She's great in this movie as well. I don't think it's perfect. It can be a little repetitive sometimes. So much time is spent on the first love interest that we don't really get to develop the second one. And I don't know if I really bought Vincent D'Onofrio as Orson Welles, even if it is a small scene. But these are all minor complaints. Ultimately, I think this is an incredible film. One that just gets how inherently special the act of filmmaking is, completely independent of the final product. It's a vessel for expression, for empathy, for acceptance, and what others think of a movie doesn't really matter as much as what the people who made it think. I don't gotta go breaking out the ending speech from Ratatouille again, do I? Art is special, anyone can cook, and the film Ed Wood is a tremendous expression of how much love and care goes into even the most baffling of cinematic projects. A really special movie that you should definitely check out. And in my opinion, the best movie Tim Burton has ever made.